Yo, welcome to the final part of the manual swap video for the IS300. This is going to be a fine-tuning episode. I'm going to go to Soars Performance and iron out the niggles, of which there are some. Let's go. Here he is.
Hi.
What are you up to?
Just putting an IS300 back together. Just been doing all the normal service stuff: cam out, water pump, rocker cover gaskets, thermostat, etc.
Fun times.
Yeah.
Right, first guesses. What do you think it is?
What do I think it is?
Yeah.
Alignment. Oh well.
As in.
On the pedal.
Okay.
I reckon we'll adjust the pedal and it'll be fine.
It's pretty noisy, you know.
Listen in a minute. How was the drive though?
Yeah.
Bar the noise.
I swear it's faster. I know it sounds crazy. I don't know if it just seems faster, but.
So Phoenix reckon that they do get a little bit extra power.
A little bit extra torque, he said, I think, right? Yeah, so I don't know if it's just because I'm not used to manual. The clutch bite is really high.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because of a new clutch and a new flywheel or what, but...
If anything, it should be at the bottom. So again, I reckon we'll adjust the pedal and sort that out.
There's loads of air in the clutch.
Is there?
I cannot bleed it for the life of me. I spent half an hour this morning trying to do it. And
you will struggle on your
it's
own.
just no, I was with my stepdad, so he was pushing the pedal.
Yeah.
And I was trying to bleed it, and it was just air after air after air.
So how were you bleeding it?
Probably not correctly. So I was getting him to pump the pedal, and I was opening the bleed valve and using the vacuum gun.
Right. Okay.
And then he was keeping it down for a while, and I'd open it quite a bit, but it was just air.
Yeah. So the way we do it was 2-man. So we crack the nipple, then someone sat in the car, push the pedal down. As the pedal's going down, crack the nipple back up.
Okay.
So you don't want to have the nipple open all the time. Because otherwise, every time you bring the pedal back up, it'll suck air back in.
Okay.
Unless you've got a one-way valve, like a hose with a one-way valve on it.
Yeah. I'm worried it's the release bearing fell off. Off the clutch fork.
If it had, you'd know.
Okay.
The pedal would be always constantly engaged. It'd sound horrific. Not just like bad, it'd be horrific.
Alright, cool. Right, we're here at Soars Performance, by the way. So if you want anything for IS200, IS300 stuff, mostly IS200 stuff, is it really?
Yeah, well, both really. All suspension, components, etc., are all interchangeable. It's only the engine and drivetrain that's different, but do bits for both.
So Mark's kindly offered to adjust my pedal and see what's going on so that we can fine tune it a little bit, because I've never even done a clutch, right? And now I've just gone straight into a manual swap. So it's a bit of a step up from everything else I've ever done. So yeah, we're gonna I'll let him finish up with what he's doing then here, and then we'll get to it and we'll come back.
Feel like in the pedal.
Yeah. See if we can get it on the lift and figure out what's going on. Really got to rev it to to make it move. Like an expert. Wonder how many times he's done that. Still the same verdict?
Well, I'm going to say one of the noises is going to be the dust shield on the end of the prop, because I can hear it.
Okay. Yeah, you know why? Because it's egg-shaped.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get it.
Couldn't straighten it.
I tried with a hammer, but it wasn't... I didn't have anything to like clamp it closed.
Right.
So that's definitely...
One of the noises is just this dust shield where it's spinning in the back of the gearbox.
Yeah.
And obviously, like I say, because it's egg-shaped, it's a bit just going...
Yeah.
So, wouldn't worry about that noise. So, first thing, earth strap.
Yeah.
that forms part of the whole earthing system for the engine.
Oh, so, but the hole's missing. Just put it on. Oh, okay.
So, yeah, bolt it to the slave, or I have seen guys bolt them like in here and just.
As long as it's connected to the engine or the gearbox.
Or in there. It's a bit of a stretch to get it to that one. Okay. Ideally, we normally put it to the slave there. Okay. But yeah, it does want to be connected.
I did wonder, and I thought that was the first thing that I actually checked when it wasn't starting.
Yeah.
So I ended up like holding it to there, and it still wouldn't.
It won't affect it with starting, but it's one of those. We always put it back on because it is part of the earthing system.
Yeah.
Chris does explain on one of his videos, an older one, how all the earths work on these.
Okay.
So they run in a star pattern or something, and again, like I say, it's just one of them. So I'm just going to grab a torch and just try and have a look inside and see if you can see bearing.
Yep.
Right, so it looks like the bearing is sat on the fork, okay? You can see that just up in there.
Don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera. Whereabouts is it there? Oh yeah, I can see it. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so it is aligning with the fork.
Thank the Lord.
So I think you're okay on that one. Looks like everything's lubed up nicely.
I torqued the pressure plate to 19 Newton meters because that's what it said in the manual. Is that going to cause issues?
No, should be fine. Okay. We normally do 23 because that's what the IS200
not that much different
listed to. But
because the W58 manual I mean the 2J manual said that, so that's what I did.
Yeah, it should be.
And I did the flywheel bolts at 49 Newton meters with a 90-degree turn.
Yeah,
so that's around the 75 you said 75, anyway, right?
Which is what we do. Yeah.
Okay. So that's probably not an issue.
Spin your rubber around for you, so it's the right way.
Thank you.
Yeah, and the bolt doesn't look like it's loose, so you see one of the pressure plate bolts just there.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it looks like it's okay. It's a bit warm, so we might have to leave it for half an hour to cool down.
Yeah. There's nowhere really for the hose to go, the clutch hose. And I've kind of regret getting the double angled one.
Yeah.
I wish I'd have got an angled and a straight, but I didn't know. So
yeah. So our clutch lines, we actually just have a straight on the end here.
Yeah.
So we allow it to come round the back of the old starter motor. So it sort of just comes round the back of the engine, loops round the back of the starter motor there, and then comes in like here and does a nice straight in.
Okay.
I've done it on a couple of builds where we want it to be a bit nicer, just put like a P-clip in to hold it nice and
yeah, I think I'll do that because I don't want it just dangling away.
Yeah.
For the reverse switch as well, like I ended up cable tying it here and then bringing it over the side of the top of the box.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's going to get too hot. I've got that tape on there.
Yeah, it should be okay. You've got tape on there.
Yeah.
So.
And then I've sort of cable tied there so it doesn't drop down.
Yeah.
And yeah, it should be fine, hopefully.
That's fine. Yeah, it's holding it in place. Rear main is sealed up okay.
Thank God for that.
I remember
that was a nightmare doing that.
Yeah.
A real nightmare because I had to clean it under the car and there was like no space. Shoulders were in agony.
We don't take the whole plate off when we do it. We just actually remove the seal.
I wish I'd have done that, but I didn't. I was watching a ChrisFix video and he removes the whole thing because he does everything super standard, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So, but I'm glad I did it that way because then I know it's clean and new RTV and everything then.
That's it, yeah. So we'll leave it for half an hour to cool down and then we'll come back and have a look and see if we can adjust the clutch pedal and bleed the fluid and get it running nice.
Cool, nice, thank you. Okay, the trick of getting this in, remember I struggled so much, what is it, Mark?
Jack the gearbox up here.
So give us 2
seconds. It's a leg workout, jacking up the gearboxes.
I'll put that a few moments later clip in for the...
Yeah, a few moments later.
A few moments later.
Oh, I've maxed the stand out. Hang on.
Drop the...
Drop it down a bit and drop the car down. So, obviously you can do it with a trolley jack if you're on your driveway. We've got transmission jack. But if you jack the gearbox up, you'll see it opens up the gap.
Oh, so much easier.
Literally.
I struggled so much with that.
Easy as that.
See, this is the tricks of the trade.
And then when you take the jack off then, you'll see it closes the bush back up and seals it up.
Okay, nice. Well, I wish I'd have known that.
But there you go. Tricks of the trade, as you say.
Something I really need to sort out here is this. This sill has seen much, much, much better days. So it's going to be the next thing that I do. I don't know if I'll end up, well, I probably won't film it or anything like that because it's not relevant to the build, but Mark knows a guy who can sort that out. These all need replacing as well. I think you've got these on you, Mark. You sell these?
We do sell cups and braces. We get them new from Lexus. We've actually got a few sets on the floor.
And
we've had 3 orders in the last few days.
ooh, nice.
So there's a few sets on the floor over there, waiting to be packed up and shipped out.
Let's have. Oh, there we go. This is what we need. We need new ones of these, and new ones of these, because mine are disgusting. Are they the same for IS300 and 200?
Yeah, the same on all models, 200 and 300, saloon sport course, all exactly the same. While you're here, I've just done your strap as well for you.
Ooh, nice.
So we've just put that on. So
this is the ground that I took off and forgot to put back on.
actually, cast on bushes are getting a little bit perished as well. You can just see, starting to see.
I mean,
cracking in there.
I want to go Wisefab, to be honest, but the kit for this car is a nightmare to fit. I've seen the videos for it.
You also have to notch your subframe.
Yep.
It's got steering rack.
Yep, and cut it and weld it and all that stuff. So it's
Ooh,
they're
good one.
bad, aren't they?
Yeah.
Why do they salt the roads? It's so annoying.
To melt the snow.
Yeah, I know, but like we barely get any snow.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
So if it's going to freeze, they'd rather salt the roads so that it melts any ice and snow.
Yeah, but look what it does.
I know.
To our
Kills your
beautiful
car.
cars.
You go to Japan, they're just driving the snow. They don't care.
I know.
And their cars don't rust.
It's just. I need ARBs as well because it handles like crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
I would say probably your best bet is just going to be to deal with that for a little bit until it wears itself through.
Okay.
It's not going to cause any damage.
Yeah. Can we not bend that back to shape?
I might be able to get a squeeze on it and.
I hit it with a hammer and made it a little bit better, but.
Did you make it better though?
Maybe. I think I did. Yeah, that looks better. There we go.
It's not a bodge if it works, right? There you go.
Is that noise normal? The clunk?
That's just.
Play? Or what?
Yeah, I'd say that's more backlash than you did by the looks of it.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh, yeah. I ripped this off because it was just chewed underneath.
Yeah.
And I was trying to get the drive shaft out, and I just ripped it off. You'll see it in the video.
Nice.
I was not in a good mood.
We rip these off all the time. Normally end up breaking them and don't put them back on because they just hold water all along here. They rust out.
Well, when I pulled it out, the biggest amount of soil.
Yeah, soil,
fell out.
stones, water, the whole lot. And that's part of what causes these to rust is this tray
Should we get rid of it
and
then?
this one here.
Should we get rid of it?
I would.
I'm glad this is not chassis, part of the chassis. Because I'll be in trouble then.
This actually does help to support the fuel tank though.
Oh.
So the fuel tank's holding with the 2 straps here. Yeah, it helps to support the fuel tank, but it also sort of ties the subframe into the front.
Ooh, that one's.
Front
This one's not even connected.
This one's actually snapped off,
Holy moly!
which is common. You turn traction control off as well because it's kicking the ABS pump in. Whenever you
It doesn't really do anything on these, does it? It's not the same as 200s. You really delete VS. That's another thing I think it did.
let's go for bleed the clutch first.
That's what I'm going to say. Just bleed it out. Start with a simple thing, and then once we know, because there's definitely that pedal is, it feels a bit spongy. It's not got full pressure.
Yeah.
Like you feel.
I tried bleeding it this morning for like 30 minutes, and I couldn't do it. There's loads of air in it.
The breakfast drink, high protein. The man knows.
I had to jump into Tesco and
Breakfast.
get what I could.
Liquid breakfast. Go. I've had coffee, so
Oh, look at you. Yeah, not bad for a driveway, right?
mate.
I tried.
That's how you got to do it. Everyone's got to have it.
he drove it here, so he's done something right.
You find your steering wheel now.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a Nardi one.
Okay,
No,
you
you
go
will.
for after, yeah.
With the quick release gold, the gold one.
What Nardi though? You going for a corn or a flat dish or 330, 350? I'm going to really ask questions now.
50.
Yeah.
I don't like.
I
Small
like a big wheel.
Yeah.
Big chunky wheels feel better on these cars. You throw it around more.
Yeah, I don't like the small ones. Cleans up all those manual parts you gave me.
Yeah, they look really good actually. Yeah.
What are your first thoughts about what it might be? Do you reckon it'll be fixed if I bleed the clutch?
It's even we'll bleed the clutch, and I feel like it's either going to be pedal. I mean, the pedal looks like it's sitting.
It's really high, right?
I mean, it's pretty much in level with that, but it is a little bit high. We'll have to have a look at the rod and everything. Because, like I say, that being a new master cylinder, whether they set it right from factory.
This is what I was saying.
And like I say, do they set it?
The locking nut behind the fork on the rod was already loose, so it could easily have moved.
Because the chaser that we just done, he supplied factory chaser parts, and that was set somewhat right, wasn't it? But we still moved.
That hole definitely doesn't line up. I have to push the pedal in to meet it.
Okay.
So and I've altered that bolt a little bit. You know, the stopper one. We were doing it last night on the phone.
Right, so the way that we bleed the clutch is 2 people, one underneath the car, and we're using just a basic brake bleeder bottle. The other person sat in the car to push the pedal. So we actually crack the nipple off. So I'll go open,
Down.
closed.
Up.
So I do open, Martin will push the pedal down. I then close the nipple while the fluid's still coming out, and then he can bring the pedal back up again. We'll do that a few times and keep an eye on the hose to see if any air comes out. Open,
Down.
closed,
Up.
open,
Down.
closed.
A few moments later.
You can see the bubble in now there, look, in the back of the pipe. Open, close, open, close. You see it's slowing down now, there's not as many bubbles coming through. How does that feel?
Feels better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Give it a few pumps then, we'll move the fluid round and give it another quick one.
Can this just small amount of air make that big a difference?
Massive.
That's crazy.
Massive, because it's all on the hydraulic pressure
Yeah.
of the fluid, so if you've got air in it, it won't do its job properly.
Yep. That's
It's dropped right down. It went through that quick. It's a small bottle though, compared to... Open. Yeah,
Whoa.
closed. Open.
Woof.
Closed. Open. Closed. Open. Closed.
Whoop.
Making a mess.
Feel better?
Yeah, we've got a bit more of a springy pedal now. Feels a bit more like it's pushing back to you.
Heavier.
Heavier. And
Yeah.
it's more, throughout the whole pedal range.
Nice. Do you reckon it needs adjusting?
We'll have a look at the stock and see where it is.
Yeah, it's not very nice being under the...
No, it's definitely one of those. It's one of those. Sometimes I do it with the car on the floor with the door the way open, and sometimes I'll do it with the ramp halfway up, and I'll stand in this gap and I kind of stand and work with my hands up under there.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, either way, it's just not a nice job.
No. It's
Even like taking the seat out, it gives you a little bit more room to kind of kneel down and kind of lay under on your back. But
what I've found is that it's quite a small saloon, don't you think? So like you look at some American cars and like the tunnel is massive.
Massive tunnels, yeah.
But this tunnel is so narrow, it makes it really difficult.
Just off the floor. Sounds better.
Sounds way better.
Sounds good, yeah.
The thing is, get on the floor, actually feel the engagement of the weight of the car, and then we can probably better just drop it straight downwards, drive it back and forwards. I'll pull it forward to get the door right open, and I can have a little look on what's going on under there.
Right, hold on 2 seconds, John.
It does seem quite juddery.
What do you think though, Flywheel or? Did you get the lightweight Flywheel or the super lightweight one?
Just the lightweight one.
What clutch setup did you go?
Just the one you showed me.
One, yeah.
Bit of judder between the box and the diff.
I want to take it for a drive and see what it feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I can't really get a good feel without taking my foot all the way off the clutch. At the moment I'm only just feeling the biting point. I want to feel it.
Yeah.
Feel how much clutch travel there is after you've gone through the bite and the driving.
Can I hop in?
Yeah, jump in, dude. Yeah.
It's a weird sound.
It is, isn't it? I'm thinking, because it's open, you hear a lot more.
Yeah.
And these gearboxes are a little bit noisy and whiny.
They are very whiny.
Very whiny.
Yeah.
Everyone gets,
I quite like it.
everyone who gets in my car is like, oh, it's your gearbox. Right? It's like, yeah.
Sounds like a straight cut gears.
Yeah.
It's a lot better, trust me. Like, it was bad when I was on the way up here.
I still feel like it's a little bit high on the engagement. Like, you can hear it like halfway there, and then you've got about the same amount from engagement.
That rattle sounds like it's the sleeve is loose on that, you know, the throwout bearing.
Yeah.
Thing is, I've done everything by the book. Like, I can't see anything that I know of that I've done that could cause that.
Yeah, all of the ones that we do, they're all slightly different in the clutch fit. It's weird. I don't know if it's just combination of parts that you use, or, you know, like Todd's car was totally different to Ali's car and my car, and yeah, like some of the other ones that we get in, and you know, doing the spacer 9 times out of 10 helps the pedal engagement and the feel and the bite. There's nothing that seems nothing untowards, like it's too bad. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing that feels wrong.
It just sounds like that loose bearing. Like,
It's very the end of the nose cone, isn't it? Because normally with that rattle, you can find like the sweet point between the revs and your biting point to stop that judder on a single mass.
yeah.
But yeah, what I do, it's very juddery. It's very juddery.
So now we're gonna alter the clutch pedal, and the thing I was doing up here. Let's see if we can make it a little bit smoother. So I think that's turned on about 3 turns from the end.
Okay.
That's what we did last night.
Yeah. Right, okay then. Right, and get some spanners and have a little play around and see if we can see what play and free movement we've got in it.
I think the nut on the back is loose already, because I forgot to.
So what I'm doing is I'm just coming off at the moment and seeing how much slack you've got on your...
See, I was trying to do this without taking that dash cover off.
Ah, you're a madman. You're a madman. Yeah, I normally take this out, take that little air duct out, and that gives you all the room then to get up in
gets in the
here.
way.
Yeah, because otherwise, like you say, it's just an absolute... Right, so the locking nut on the back of this, it's loose, isn't it, you said?
Yeah, it should be, yeah.
So, how many so what have you done? How many turns? You said
So I've took it off,
So you've taken it off.
and then Mark said put it on around 3 turns,
Turns, okay, right.
and then it was really hard to get it back onto the pedal after that.
I bet, yeah.
So I wound that stopper out quite a bit to do that.
Yeah. Okay. It's the thing when you buy them new, do you know what I mean? You never know. Like, at least when it comes out of the Lexus, used parts, you know it's set, you know, pretty good to where you want it to be. Right, should we see how that feels?
Indeed.
Engagement is definitely further down now. Yeah, engagement is definitely better. You've still got that rattle and that bit of judder I don't like. It's the new slave as well on yours.
Yeah.
On the box.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're like
the Slave, is that an aftermarket one? Is that a Toyota OE? It was a Toyota OE one, okay, for a J160. Yeah. So I'm thinking it could be this Master and the length of the rod and stuff, but I'm still feeling like the judder and stuff, that's more of the flywheel and clutch setup that you've got that's causing that.
Yeah.
Whether it's the lightened flywheel to the clutch and the pressure plate. But it engages and it doesn't feel like it's slipping or anything. It's just that bit of judder. It's just, I feel like the pedal should be just a little bit more down for the engagement.
So after all that adjustment of the pedal and bleeding the clutch and everything, things are better, but something's still not quite right. So we're going to drop the gearbox and let's see if my work was worthy. I forgot to grease the spline, which really I don't think helped at all. So me, Martin and Mark are just gonna redo it, just like pull the box out a little bit, have a look inside and see what's going on, grease the spline and see if we can fix it.
I mean, it's got quite a bit on the accordion there, so. No music in the shop, copy free.
Yeah, I know, it's good.
Copyright free.
Well, this is quite good because I get to see how easy it is to do it on the lift in comparison to on the floor.
Where did you disconnect it when you disconnected it?
I did it at the middle and then the back.
Middle.
Oh, the exhaust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, that's a bit different.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do it because they've tacked it here as well.
Tacked it on, so they can't,
So I'm not
it's a bit
great
different.
fan of
I've
that.
seen someone do 2 individual flanges like that. It's quite clever.
It must have been goosed.
Did we decide if we're going to get rid of these, Paul?
Yeah, whack them off. Yeah, just forget it. You disconnect this one and leave this on. Or
Yeah,
not?
I can leave this little one on. No.
Nope.
Hydrogen noggin. Nope.
Eyes, mouth, nose, ears. Zip tie so we can reuse it.
Done them up tight. Oh.
Oh, me.
Fingers.
Man did them up tight, didn't want them coming off.
Yeah.
Really up tight. What strength is that?
Medium.
All the strength.
Yo, why did you do that?
So we don't lose all the gearbox oil.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Clever.
I'm really interested to
pocket.
see how you get into those top Bellhousing bolts because I absolutely hated it.
Somebody in Milwaukee just cried witnessing me do that.
Interesting. So you take the bottom ones out first.
Yeah.
Any reason?
Easiest one to get to.
They're there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Come out.
I ended up getting the top ones first.
Paul, you've done them up tight, ain't you, buddy?
They're all talk to spec, mate. Oh, this is so much easier than doing it on the floor. Holy moly.
Yeah, you got a break. Yeah. That was a catch.
Oh, you ruined it.
That
You
wasn't
ruined
a catch.
it.
That wasn't a catch though. Hold on to that.
Ah.
Is it a bit warm? Catch. Oh dear. Not bad.
No, your hands in the way.
Sorry. Yeah.
How many extensions? Yes. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Well, if you come here, there's more of a gap. Yeah, a little bit more of a gap going on.
Just for a sec, I need a thumbnail, so smile. Get in, Martin. Right, that'll do.
Why are you? No, you getting caught on? Is it in gear? Put it in gear or is it out of gear? So it might just be the splines are not quite.
That's definitely out. Hold on.
I'm gonna bring the jack more. Why is it stuck on it?
Oh. It's like stuck on the clutch plate.
Yeah. I don't want to fight us this much, have we?
No.
Imagine if I had to do this back home and try and get this off.
I think you'd be hating life.
Yeah, I would be hating life right now.
What the actual dickens is going on here?
Well, it's not the it's not the bearing.
I pushed the bearing away.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm thinking is it the bearing on the end of the nose that's pulled up the crank and it's stuck on the end, and now that won't come through the clutch disc.
Maybe, but it'll have to go. Get off.
Wow.
Thinking speeder bearing stuck on the.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Where he hasn't cleaned it up,
So it's stuck on the end of the
stuck
nose.
on the nose, and now it won't come back.
So the only way that we'll get that out is unbolt the clutch. We can spin it, can't we? We can get to the bolts on the bottom here. We jack it up a smidge.
Can we though?
Yeah, we jack it up just a smidge. I can see 2 bolts from here. Yeah. So, might be able to do one at a time and just undo the bolts.
Yeah.
And get the clutch plate off at the same time.
So, if you're going to do these, the best thing to do is take the bearing before you place it into the crank, is to slot it onto the nose of the gearbox just to check that it slides on and off and it doesn't bind up.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which way around I got to go because I'm looking at it back to front.
This is not going to be fun.
So the spigot bearing is stuck behind the clutch?
Behind the clutch plate and on the input shaft of the gearbox.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to use this tiny little gap, unbolt the clutch, and take the whole clutch out with the gearbox. To see if that's what's going on. Dowel.
Yeah, the dowel for the pressure plate is still on the, on the clutch. Right, we're off now. So we should be able to come straight down, John.
Ta-da!
Exactly what I thought it was going to be.
This is the problem. My problem.
Good effort.
So yeah, like really, that should just slide on and off. Like you know.
Could that cause the issue, Evan, or?
Possible.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be a brand new bearing, and
That is not the one you gave me.
that's the one that came with the kit.
Conceptua. You know why? Because I cleaned your one up.
Yeah.
Put it on my wheel next to me. Couldn't find it. Picked the other one up. Hammered it halfway in and couldn't get it back out.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. I don't know.
I didn't want to squash the clutch plate, mate.
Well, it's going to be on the. By the time it compresses, it's going to go onto the Bellhousing Adaptor. Wow! Moving.
Oh,
Get your back on it, John. Get the dugger on it.
Woohoo!
So, you see the rust on there?
Oh,
See,
that's because I didn't clean it
because
up.
you didn't clean her up, lad.
yeah, and you see that in the bearing as well.
Yep.
was transferred and then she welded herself together.
Clutch look alright?
Yeah. Starting to bed in a little bit, isn't it? A little bit of a heat spot started there, but. Oh, John, could you take a weight of the box while you take that out?
Wiggle here.
Right. Oh, there's 2 bolts in the bottom there.
Yeah.
Right, John, just lift this and pull it.
Yeah.
On the side.
That way.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's another thing. That is bone dry. There's nothing on there, so all that is just wearing that metal is just going to wear that softer aluminium away.
Yeah.
I mean,
Cannot believe.
did you put enough RTV on there?
It was because I didn't have a nozzle, and so I had to spread it with a cotton.
Plenty of grease in there.
A cotton bud.
Plenty on there.
Plenty on what?
On here.
Oh.
So simple bit of emery. Just
See, I know this from work. I just.
You just got too excited. You got too
I
excited
split
and
my
wanted to
mind,
get the
moved
boxing.
on. It's because I did this video. Yay. I did this video of swapping the Bellhousing over, and then the next day I moved to another video.
See how that now is nicely,
There we go.
slotting on and off quite nice. Maybe a little bit more.
Yeah,
Just
right
a-
on the
right
edge.
on the very edge.
The thing is, this bearing to the input on the gearbox is just a locator, so they're floating inputs.
Yeah.
Just
That's why a lot of people say, "Oh, there's a lot of movement on the input shaft."
Yeah, but
that's what the
that's
spigot
what
bearing's
that's for,
for.
isn't it? Yeah.
Whereas on the automatic, you would have noticed on the back of the torque converter, it's got a bigger ring. It's basically the same size as the bearing, so the torque converter bolts straight to the back of the gearbox, back of the engine essentially. So there's no need for it.
But yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Is that too much grease?
Give or take, yeah, it's about. You don't want to use too much. We want enough so that it will, Well, I'll show you how much I use, and then I've kind of got the idea then of how much you should be using. So I normally just say like a pea size is enough in there. It's enough to cover the bottom, and then again a pea size or whatever you want to call. And you've got the divot on the end of the thing. So what I'm going to do is just put a bit on there, like that, and then just kind of work my way round, just so you've got a good coating. And then all the excess, what I'll do is I'll just rub down into these grooves where the original clip would hold the original release bearing.
Yeah.
So yeah, a little bit down in there. And then a bit where you see where the shiny parts are, that's where you want a good little smidge. And
That where it makes contact with the back
where
of
it
the
makes,
adapter thing.
that's it. So on here,
Sleeve.
this is going to sit,
Yeah.
in that groove there, like that.
Okay.
So you can either grease the inside of this and just get a nice little, just a nice coating, not too much. Because again, you don't want anything to spin and pick any grease up and flick it onto your clutch disc. Find that help that just glide a little bit more.
Yeah.
And it won't be tight and it won't bind up at all. Got a very small kind of, don't even put, it's just the grease that's on my finger there. It's just a very light coating just to help the disc just slide back and forwards.
The bearings from rubbing there.
So you see what's already made its indent into there where it's pushing
Is that
on.
normal?
Yeah, that's normal. I mean, yeah, you can look at most other used ones, they all have that, the pressure of that.
Even after this amount of time.
Yeah, that's it. And then make sure that the flat and all that part is on there. And then just a quick pop there. And there you go. So that is all now set. I've just got to put the rubber boot on the bottom. We've had them where they've spun round and they've gone out of that little groove and they've sat like that. So you get really, be really careful to make sure that bearing is sat and pushed back and you don't push on that arm forwards when you're doing it or installing the box. What's this? So again, you see you've got the little lines that come off from the bolts. That might be where you've used a little bit too much ARP and it's just flung it out or a centrifugal. That is a bit of a heat spot that you can see there. See the heat spot there?
Why?
Oh, it got hot. It's got hot, isn't it? And slipped where it's still fresh and it's still biting in. So yeah, but that's pretty normal, It's kind of.
Okay.
there and there. Okay, senor.
Twist it round.
3 hours that took me. 3 hours.
There you go. There.
Somewhere about there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Beautiful. See that it shouldn't have any pressure. Like just use the bolt to just pull the box up square. But even with the little battery ratchet, there's enough power to just pull it up. So
Yeah.
it wasn't trapped on anything or yeah.
Yay! I got it.
You got it.
Got it.
Water talk setting. Tight. Oh. Me off. Get in then.
Put it back out, turn it and put it back in. What you're doing is you just...
There you go. Oh gosh, my finger and it hurt. Ow.
At the point of that issue, having to undo the clutch and everything, and Marty was like, it's going to take all night. What do you think now? Happier? I thought it would be like that. I was thinking, uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh no, spaghetti.
6 hours coming.
6 hours. I'd be a very good professional specialist if it took me 6 hours to change a gearbox. Come to the Masters and take all day to do a simple job. You definitely should have recorded that bit where we're all sat there eating pizza and you just turn around and go, can we do it today?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on then. Go on. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we're eating pizza and you ask if we can pull your gearbox out today to sort it out.
I should have whipped the camera out.
You should
Because then you could have said no.
reaction, yeah, like on camera, like, I can't say no on camera, can I?
Hey, here we go.
like that.
1 minute 22.
Not bad.
Took me 20. Ridiculous. Has it got LS3 in it?
I think it's
That's cool. Right, so we've pretty much, well, it feels a billion times better now. We've finished what we were doing. We just redid it, and I showed the whole process anyway. But it's so much better. It must have been something. Well, it was obviously something I've done, either not greasing the spline or not putting grease in the other places that Martin showed. But yeah, I'll explain more when I get home. I'm going to drive home now. But yeah, see you in a bit. Bye bye.
Peace out.
Thanks, mate. Thanks a lot, mate.
Bro, all the best.
See you, mate.
See ya.
So yesterday, I learned some lessons. Just goes to show how no matter how much you plan for things, no matter how much you go through the steps and try and document everything, you make mistakes. And that was a big mistake that I made, not greasing the end of the input shaft. That's it. That's what it's all about, though. This journey. I could have left all that out, and then it'd look like I'd have just got it all right myself. But there's no point in doing that. The whole point of this channel is to show my own growth and to show everyone what I'm doing, the truth of what I'm doing. people are going to watch this and, you know, don't think that, you know, anything's perfect. I always leave my mistakes in, because it shows that, you know, if other people make mistakes, then that's just what happens. Like, nobody gets things right perfect first time. So it's been a huge learning experience. I've learned a lot from this. This is by far the biggest job I've ever done on the car. And halfway through it, I started regretting it, honestly, because it was really, really rough doing it in the driveway. I would not recommend you do this on axle stands. Do it on a lift. It is 1,000 times easier. You've seen how fast the gearbox came out yesterday in comparison to how long it took me. It definitely wasn't feeling right, and now it is way better. It's still a bit janky because of the light and flywheel, so it's not that relaxing to drive, but it's, yeah, I'll talk about that more in the next video on how it drives and how much it cost me and all that stuff. I've had massive advice from many people for this. This isn't just me. I did it physically, most of it, apart from that last bit yesterday. And but, you know, I've had people on the phone for, you know, or for weeks now, getting help and, you know, asking about certain things and getting things wrong and then having to redo them, and that's the community. So I'm very, very lucky that, you know, a few select people have really helped me. I'll talk about that more in the next video. I gave it my best shot with the tools that I had, the knowledge that I had. Yeah, I made some mistakes, but oh well, that's the game, I suppose. That's like Fred, my friend, always says, who always helps me out with stuff. Every day is a school day, and it's so true. Anyway, that's the end of this video. The final video will be next. It's just interior finishing touches and seeing what it all looks like afterwards. I've still got to put all the under trays on. I really don't want to do that, but oh well. Thanks for watching, and like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at ShizukasaJDM, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.